football, SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And it will be the scene tonight for Super Bowl 56. And what a matchup we have. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals taking on the NFC champions, the Los Angeles Rams. Brandon Gaudin joined by my good friend Charles Davis. And Charles, it was maybe the most unlikely Super Bowl run we've seen in a long time. What a story. The Bengals had not won a playoff game since January of 1991. 4-11-1 last year, 2-14 the season before that. Bottom line, though, here they are, the AFC champs.
And, Brandon, this is one of the more remarkable turnarounds in NFL history in recent years. In fact, most of the guys on this team weren't even born the last time they won a playoff game. Although, not that long ago, they had a stretch where they were in the playoffs seemingly every year, but couldn't win a playoff game. Now they've gotten that done. They're back in the Super Bowl. And remember, 2 Super Bowl appearances in their history. Number 16 and 23. Unfortunately, both times they ran into Joe Montana and the San Francisco 49ers.
Meanwhile, the LA Rams, they are back in the Super Bowl for the second time in 4 years. Remember, they lost Super Bowl 53 to the Patriots in Atlanta 13-3. But here they are trying to be the second team in 2 years after Tampa Bay last year to win the Super Bowl in their home stadium.
And we go back to that Super Bowl loss to the Patriots, and remember, they were an offensive juggernaut at that time, but only put up 3 points in that game. And they have been a little bit of a tough team to pin down over the last few years. They've had their shares of ups and downs, especially on the offensive side of the ball, but they've always had that great defense, and they're looking to ride that crew to a Super Bowl crown.
Oh, the return is Brandon Powell. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback in his 13th NFL season now. It's Matthew Stafford.
And he comes in off of a tremendous game in the NFC Championship round 2 weeks ago. This has been a team all season long that's really taken their identity from their quarterback, and he's been very vocal in the days leading up to this game that he believes that this is their time, and he's going to do all he can to will them to a Super Bowl win.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Cup. Past the 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A chance for the first points of this Super Bowl. It's 1st and goal. To throw is Stafford. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Michelle. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They try to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's 3rd and goal. A big one here early in this Super Bowl. It's 3rd and goal. Akers. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Rams are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And he's been sensational all season long, but he saved his best work for the playoffs, leading his guys to the AFC Championship a couple of weeks ago. And now he knows what lies ahead. He's going to need to play a near-perfect 4 quarters of football to get his guys to the finish line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. He was brought down by Troy Reeder.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Open man is Uzama. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And this offense can get their tight ends involved. They can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
First down. Here's Burrow. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Wide open receiver, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Mixon. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon. Now it's Burrow. Steps away to his left, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Burrow taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
McPherson for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was Joe Burrow who took it himself for the touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here's Powell on the return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Let's go! Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Stafford. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Stafford. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second and 4. Here's Stafford. His throw incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To the air again, Stafford. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get advantage that way.
Stafford on 1st down. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Now a 2nd down and 6. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Looking for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Stafford. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Gay's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defense is awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. This taken in at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, a give to Mixon. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 3rd down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's Chase now on the jet sweep. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. It's Morgan. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. It will give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So in all, to me, that's a good drive.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Oh, the return is Powell. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now the Rams offense getting the football back. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's complete to his running back, Jefferson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage. And that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area. So you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So the Rams call on Johnny Hecker here to punt it away on 4th down. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, That's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd down and 3. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now Burrow on first down. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well. And he didn't get that done on that play.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Burrow looking to pass. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. These two teams all tied after 1. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A handoff to Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A draw play for Mixon. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 3rd down, Burrow. There's a short one caught by Uzomah. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Throwing is Stafford. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Stafford toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
2nd and 10. We're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3? On the give, this is Akers. And he'll get this down only to the 18. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Stafford. Incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. On 2nd down now, Mixon. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Mixon, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Burrow will throw. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
From midfield now, Burrow voids the target, and he has it over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. Touchdown Bengals. Jamar Chase, 45 yards. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it ends with a Bengals score. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Here's Powell on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. He's up near 100 yards now here in the second quarter, but his team's down.
Through no fault of his own. I mean, what a nice game he's having so far. They've got to keep finding ways to get him the football. Don't get away from that. Figure out where things are going wrong with the rest of the team.
He'll be hoping to hit that 100-yard mark on this drive. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Now Stafford. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And some room to work. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Well, that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Ahead of the chains now, second and 2. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And it's caught. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Stafford on 3rd down. And this is a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Gay's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. Taken at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Joe Burrow and the Bengals set to go back on offense. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
On 2nd and 7. Burrow over the middle. That's caught by Chase. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd and 2. Mixon with it. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On the run, it's Mixon, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow got his man complete over the middle. It's Boyd. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Two minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. First down. Here's Burrow. Being checked. Now Burrow loses the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. Now Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on fourth down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on fourth down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, fourth down, they went for it.
McPherson on for the point after. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. after the touchdown. McPherson on to kick this one away. Oh, the return is Powell. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the LA offense.
He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Out of the gun, Stafford. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now a first down throw, Stafford.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And they're going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10.
Throwing again is Stafford.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers.
And he showcases the spin. A pretty good game before he's taken down.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Back and forth, we win in that first half. This has certainly been an entertaining one to watch thus far. So let's get right back out to it as we'll rejoin our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 27.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw.
Open man is Uzama.
7 yards, the pickup there. And that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And his carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
He completes it to Boyd.
And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
50 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Back to Mixon on 1st down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Second and 9.
Here's Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And the Bengals are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Mixon.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Burrow. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Bengals will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
Here's Powell on the return.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads you into bigger errors.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 34-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford.
That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They'll run here with Akers.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. To throw is Stafford. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. Here's Stafford.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So out comes the field goal team once more. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Gay knocks this one through. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. Another another 3 on the board. He's been the lone bright spot. That's now 4 field goals.
If this offense had finished a few drives, we'd be looking at a different complexion to this ball game, because right now the trade is really wrong for them, isn't it? They're trading field goals while the other team's scoring touchdowns. That's not going to work.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. But the Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here.
Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. There's the stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
66 yards rushing now, as he's done it on 22 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now they run with Mixon. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
6 yards left on 2nd down.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up.
Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback in a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Looking sideline, incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle couldn't bust him free.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam! Puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
From the 50, Stafford. Open man right side is Cup, complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. They'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Stafford looks to throw again. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing, timing, timing. You got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, threw it behind him. 3rd quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd.
Stafford.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. Gay's kick is good. And that lead is back down to 9 now.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense.
And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. Well, let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10.
At their own 27.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Second and 11.
Burrow will throw. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Now it's Burrow. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl.
Burrow looking to pass. Touchdown! C.J. Uzomah, a 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals are starting to pull away in the 4th quarter of this Super Bowl.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is. And I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
Stafford on 1st down. It's caught by OBJ. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Throwing is Stafford. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
On 1st and 10, Stafford.
Complete. Jefferson to target.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, it's Stafford. Got a man, it's Higbee, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Kupp.
And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
Stafford now to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now it's Stafford. Touchdown, Rams.
Cam Akers,
His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
and the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Gay is on for the point after. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And they have been the better of the 2 sides to this point with a 2-score lead. 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On third down, Burrow. Open man is Uzama. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
They go play action with Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 18 yards on each of the last two plays, and they're picking up big chunks now.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Bengals on third down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. Here it's 3rd and 2. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Mixon again.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that, maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Here's McPherson now to send it away. Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And the Rams now coming out on the field.
And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
Stafford. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Stafford. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Stafford.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. Well, that'll be caught by Kupp. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
On first down, it's Stafford.
And that would be off target and incomplete. Throws like that, especially where we sit in the fourth quarter, he's got to be careful.
Yeah, and you know one of my faults is that I often view this game through a defensive back's eyes. And in this situation, your team's losing, it's late, tighter coverage, take a chance and go and try and step in front of one of those and make a big play. So if you're the quarterback, that should be in your head. This is their time to take a gamble.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. To the air again, Stafford. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They snap it to Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on fourth down. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for their strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
On first down, Mixon. Got a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40.
79 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Again, it's Mixon. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause of the action. A timeout here defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout.
I don't know why we did it, but we went to their final walkthrough for some reason, and what did we see? Their last play in walkthrough was taking a knee and celebrating winning a Super Bowl. They want that visualization. They did it for real.
Yeah, they just scripted it out. Defense can't stop the clock, and they can watch the final seconds tick. Bengal Nation rejoice. Cincinnati has given you the Super Bowl title. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture. That your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.